Hello, hello, and happy Thursday. I want to say welcome everyone to the Client Magnet Series. I'm Kimberly, and I am thrilled that you're here today. This isn't just another workshop, it's the start of a transformative journey where we challenge outdated, draining models and embrace a bold, aligned way of doing business. And recently, one of our members asked how to narrow down and focus on a single idea when it feels like you're being pulled in a dozen different directions. Have you ever felt that before? If you have, say hell yes, or even just a yes, or raise your hand in the comments below because Lord knows I have. And that question really perfectly captures the essence of what the Client Magnet series embodies. And today we're cutting through the noise to laser focus on what truly matters, helping you attract more aligned clients with ease. So, in this session, you're going to walk away with 5 powerful takeaways. One business task to move your brand forward with clarity, one personal task to support your energy and mindset, a content idea to help you show up online with ease, a reflection question to unlock deeper alignment, and an affirmation to anchor your confidence and momentum. So, take a deep breath, let go of what's holding you back, and get ready to ignite the spark of transformation. So grab your pen, grab your notebook, because you're going to want to write down what I have to share with you today, because we're shifting gears towards clarity and confidence and true impact. So let's dive in and create a space where your authentic self shines through every interaction. So we're going to start with that business task. And what I'm going to challenge you today is to refine your brand messaging for alignment over this month of February. Well, what's left of it anyway. You do this by evaluating every aspect of your brand messaging, from your tagline to your mission statement. Literally ask yourself, does my current language really capture the essence of who I am and the impact that I'm wanting to create? Right? So look for areas where your messaging might be diluted by outdated models or even creating mixed signals. So you can do this by reviewing your website, your social media profiles, and marketing materials to really ensure that you have consistency and clarity. So first review everything and then make note of where there are some identity gaps, right? So pinpoint exactly where your messaging might be falling short in representing your true value and the aligned clients that you're wanting to attract. Because we don't want to create confusion, right? We want to be straightforward. We want to tell them exactly who we are, what we do, and how we can help them. And then the last step is to revise with intention. So rewrite or refine key statements, really focusing on keeping your voice authentic and your message clear. So as you go through your messaging in all of these different areas, wherever you happen to have it, right? Like mark down what feels a little off to you, or maybe what doesn't really feel clear, and then rewrite them or refine them and update them. Remember, this is not something that you need to do all at once. I encourage you to take this down into chunks. Okay, moving on to personal tasks. So we're really going to focus this month on identifying energy draining relationships, because the truth of the matter is that your personal and professional relationships have a direct impact on your energy and your creativity. And recognizing what relationships are supportive and which ones leave you feeling depleted or disconnected can be a game changer in how you show up in life and in business. So I'm going to encourage you to list out relationships that frequently leave you feeling drained. Now, this might be triggering you. So if this is triggering you, I want you to lean into that a little bit. This list is for you. This is not for other people. This is not something that you're turning in somewhere or showcasing online. This list is for you. This is a little bit of self-love that you can practice in order to see, okay, I'm going to be honest with myself. And is this relationship, is this person really starting to drain my energy? Do I feel exhausted when I am done speaking about them? Do I feel exhausted even just thinking about them? So once you create that list, it's time to set some boundaries. So determine where you need to establish boundaries or even let go of the relationship that no longer serves your highest good. And this can be really scary. And these are some hard conversations to have. But it's necessary to clean out the old and clean out what drains you to create space to bring in what is aligned and inspiring and empowering and energizing for you. You can't bring in new until you clear out the old. And then I'm going to also encourage you, as a part of this exercise, to not only list out the relationships that drain you so you know what boundaries to set or what to do moving forward in regards to that relationship, but also list out the people that leave you inspired, empower you, support you in your mission and your vision, that give you energy, that light you up. And then prioritize spending time with those relationships over the ones that don't. When you prioritize those relationships, that's where you spend your time, your energy in, right? And that almost just kind of emphatically like weans out all the other ones because you don't create time and space for them. Okay? All right. So just a quick recap before we move on to the content idea. Business task is refining your brand messaging for alignment, making sure that you have consistency and clarity across all of your marketing platforms. So website, social media, any marketing that you do, like maybe a newsletter or any print things that you send out to your audience or to your clients. You want to make sure that even though they have already hired you, that your messaging is straight through all the way. This includes any email communication that you're sending with them as well. Personal task is to identify those energy draining relationships and freaking do something about it, okay? Stand up for yourself. Say no more. Set a boundary. Make change, right? Don't leave it up to that person. It's your responsibility to take charge of how you spend your time and your energy. Okay, moving forward to content idea. As soon as I clear my throat. All right, we are on a roll. All right, so it is our jobs as entrepreneurs, as a brand, as a personal brand, to teach our audience how to know if they are the right fit for your service. So this goes beyond just calling them out by their industry name, right? So if you work with real estate agents, or you work with small business owners, or you have niched yourself down, this is going beyond just calling them out, which is typically what you see a bunch of gurus talking about when it comes time to creating content for your ideal clients. And they're accurate, that's correct. You do want to call them out, but I'm gonna push you to take it one step further and create content that not only highlights what you offer, but who you serve as a self-assessment tool for your audience, right? This is about putting the power back at them. Okay, this really does help to filter out those who aren't aligned with your energy and expertise. So you do this by developing first a framework, right? Before you just go out there and start creating content, create a framework. Outline a set of clear, actionable steps or questions that your audience can use to determine if they are a right fit for your service. And then share some examples or case studies that illustrate how you've helped clients determine alignment in the past. Now I'm going to do a little tangent here and talk about the freebie that you have inside of this group. It's under the files section, I do believe, but it is my get better reviews, right? If you haven't gone through that process, go through that process, because it's going to give you case studies. It's going to give you more information. Send these to the clients that you feel most aligned with, the ones where you had the most success, the best relationship with, right? Like everything just worked out beautifully, even if it wasn't how you expected it to, but in the end, they got exactly what it was that they came for you for. They got exactly what they needed. Okay, so then share those examples and use those examples to set your clear, actionable steps, or to create those questions that your audience can ask themselves. Do I fit in this arena, right? Do I fit underneath this label of who this particular leader actually works with? Okay. And then empower your audience by teaching them the self-evaluation process, and you will attract more clients who are already on the same wavelength. Remember, what you put out is what you are going to get back. And I guarantee you that your people are out there looking for you. And it's your responsibility to show up in a way that loudly expresses to them, I am your leader. I am your authority. I am the expert that you are looking for to solve the problem that you're currently facing. Okay, number 4, self-care task, right? And this is, we are going to reframe what self-care looks like. Okay, I'm not necessarily talking about going out and getting massage or getting your nails done or getting your hair done. Like, these are all really, really great self-care, right? And I'm not saying don't do those. If you're feeling called to do that, if you enjoy doing that, then by all means, go get it done. Absolutely. But I also want you to take into consideration your energetic self-care, right? This is one of the biggest forms of self-love that you can give yourself, is by managing your own energy. And we're going to do this starting this month by decluttering your digital and social media spaces. So this is super, super easy to do and doesn't take a lot of time. And of course, it's free, right? So your online environment really should be a source of inspiration and not overwhelm and anxiety, right? A cluttered digital space can really lead to mental clutter and distract you from your core mission. I mean, how many times do you find yourself scrolling and seeing other people in your industry and seeing their version of success, and they're just killing it? They're creating, the most incredible content. They're getting lots of engagement, and you start to get into this comparison game. Well, is that inspiration or is that overwhelm? It's overwhelm. It's certainly not inspiration. And is that going to distract you from your core mission? Well, you bet. Yeah, absolutely, that's going to distract you, because it's going to start to make you feel like you're not good enough. You might start to feel that imposter syndrome coming up, right? So go unfollow accounts or even groups. Like if you're in Facebook groups that no longer inspire you, then leave, get out of there. Don't put yourself in that energy space. Again, you have control of the content that you consume online. Don't blame the algorithm. The algorithm is showing you what you have shown the algorithm you want to see by interacting with certain accounts, right? So by unfollowing them, you're telling the algorithm, I don't want to see this type of content anymore. Then I'm going to tell you to establish digital boundaries, like setting specific times for social media engagement, and then stick to a routine that helps preserve your energy. So how many times do you find yourself jumping on a social media app during the day and scrolling, and next thing you know, 30 minutes has gone by, maybe 45, maybe an hour, and you really only intended to take like maybe a 5 or 10 minute break, but you got so caught up in all the funny videos that you're watching, or getting caught up in that comparison game, and then your mind starts to go into that downward spiral. No, 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 no. That's just doing, all that is doing is draining your energy. And the whole idea is to remove that from your online environment. So set specific times, set yourself a timer. That's what I used to do. I don't need to do that anymore because I did it for long enough, but I would literally, before I jumped on to a social media platform, I would set a 10 or 15-minute timer. And then when that timer went up, I got off the app, right? And eventually it just got to a point where I really don't spend that much more time unless I'm being actively inspired. But then as soon as that particular activity is done, I jump off. This has given me back so much more time to go be productive and implement tasks in my business and in my life that move the needle forward, right? So let your online spaces reflect the clarity and focus that you're cultivating in your own business. Okay, next up is a reflection question. And you guys know how much I love my reflection questions because when it comes down to it, this is how you reconnect with yourself on a deeper level, which builds trust in yourself. It builds confidence. It gives you clarity and direction. You make better decisions. You use your time more wisely. You have more energy. So this is really a call for self-awareness, right? So where have you ignored red flags or intuitive nudges in your relationships? Whether that's a relationship with a client, with somebody that you're collaborating with, your partner or loved one, your family members, your friends, or even just accounts that you're following online, right? Where are you getting red flags and intuitive nudges that you're ignoring? Okay. Sometimes we overlook our inner signals for the sake of convenience or even fear, like the fear of being rejected, the fear of loss. And reflecting on these instances helps you to better understand patterns that you have and make more aligned decisions in the future. So when you start writing these situations out, like these red flags or a particular intuitive nudge that you received, you will start to see patterns. And then once you have awareness of it, you can do something about it. So write down instances where you have sensed that something was off. Pardon me for a quick second. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry about that. I don't know what is going on with me today. Woo! Okay. So I was saying, write down instances where you sensed something was off, but you chose to ignore it. And again, when you write this stuff down, just like you are writing down what relationships are really draining you, this information is just for you, right? There is no judgment. No judgment from others. Nobody else is going to see it. You don't need to turn it in. You're not getting this graded. You don't have to have anybody else review it unless you decide that you want to sit down and talk to somebody about it. And once you write down these instances, look for those reoccurring themes and behaviors that might indicate a need for clearer boundaries. So we talked earlier about creating boundaries with those energy draining relationships. Sometimes it's really hard to know what boundary you need until you do the reflection work and start to realize what patterns and themes and behaviors that you've been relatively subconsciously doing that will help you set those boundaries. So if you don't know where or what boundaries to set, start with reflection journaling. And then consider what can you do differently next time to honor your intuition and protect your energy. So I'm going to leave you guys today with an affirmation to help anchor your momentum in this process. And I want you to write this down and have it somewhere where you can see it every single day this month, especially while you're working through these tasks. And I will go through them as a quick recap here before we wrap up. But the affirmation is, I choose alignment and clarity in every relationship and decision and trust my intuition. Listen to that again. I choose alignment and clarity in every relationship and decision, and I trust my intuition. I'll say it one more time so you can write it down. I choose alignment and clarity in every relationship and decision, and I trust my intuition. This affirmation is a powerful, powerful reminder of your commitment to authenticity and self-care. Use it to anchor your mindset, particularly when faced with challenges or distractions. And as we wrap up, I'm going to quickly give you guys another overview of these 5 powerful takeaways. And then I'm going to leave you with a little message. Okay? So, the first one, business task, is refining your brand messaging for alignment. Your personal task for the month is to identify those energy draining relationships. Your content idea for this month, I thought I was going to have another coughing fit. Nope, okay, is to teach your audience how to know if they are the right fit for your service. And then for your self-care energetically this month, I want you to declutter your digital and social media spaces. Trust me when I say this is rejuvenating and freeing. And then your reflection question was, where have I ignored red flags or intuitive nudges in a relationship? And I want to leave you guys with a very, very powerful thought. When you take action every day for the rest of this month, watch how these small and intentional steps really start to transform your business, right? This is how you build momentum, by taking those small little actions every day. And I'm just giving you 5 different ways of you taking those small action steps. And if you need a refresher or if you missed a detail, just remember that this replay is going to land in the group, and it's always going to be available for you to come back, whether that's just revisiting it today to wrap up your notes or later this month. And the conversation is here for you. So no matter when you're watching this or when you're doing this work, if you're looking for a little extra guidance or you need some clarity or just have a question or looking for some insight, then come back. Use this group. That's what it is here for. It's for you to get that support. That's what I'm here for. That's what other members in this group are here for. And by you stepping forward and sharing whatever it is that you have to share, even if it's asking a question, just know that you're going to inspire other people, right? So don't forget, this group is your space to connect, share, and grow, right? So now, if you are ready to dive even deeper, know that today, this is just the beginning, right? This is this client magnet series is going to happen every single month. And it's going to happen on the first Thursday of every single month, starting in March going forward, right? So you just know that this is going to be a repetitive support system and guidance for you to continue, for you to get the momentum going. And as you start to implement this new way of doing things, because y'all, I am here to break the chain of hustle, right? This hustle culture, this you gotta do more, you gotta do more, you just gotta keep putting things out there. Enough already. Can I get an amen on that? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm over it. I am over running my business on somebody else's blueprint, right? The approach that I'm giving you is to bring alignment. It puts you back in charge of how you run your business by being guided by your intuition, right? Because how we each run our business is going to be unique for us. So how do you tap into that? This is the beginning of that, okay? So this really is just a small taste of what my membership that I introduced to you guys last month is all about, the Rising Entrepreneur Membership, REM. In REM, we take this structure and we unpack it so much deeper. Instead of just having one, I give you multiple, right? So multiple self-care tasks, multiple content ideas, multiple business ideas and personal tasks, so that you have what our own member asked us for, narrowing down and focusing on a single idea, right? And take what aligns with you, take what resonates, and leave the rest. This is not a situation of you have to do all of this stuff in order to see success in your business. Shit. Okay? No, no more of that. I'm so over that. And if you're here, I'm willing to bet you're over it too. And you're just ready for a new way of doing things that feels natural, that is aligned, that's just easier, and it creates flow. So if you're excited to move into a more empowered, aligned future, I invite you to join the wait list for REM, because right now we have all of our founding members inside of the group and the doors are officially closed. But the next enrollment is going to be coming up soon. I don't have an exact date of when the doors are going to open again, but by joining the wait list, and I'll put the link below in the comments, you can get informed of when those doors are going to open, plus just learn more about what REM really is to see if this is aligned for you in the direction that you want to go in this new 2025 year. So, friends, keep taking aligned action, and I cannot wait to see you next month and all the breakthroughs that you have. I'll see you in the group, and I'll see you live at the beginning of March. Love y'all. Bye.